this thing on?
I think so.
Okay. Good morning, GD.
I'm Mrs. Horacek.
And I'm Mr. Mesh.
And we're here anchoring today's Royal Rumble. Today is Friday, May 5th, 2023. It is an E-Day and the 125th day of the calendar year. There are 34 school days left. Soon, we'll be outdoors enjoying all that summer has to offer. And speaking of outdoors, what I've learned, Mr. Mesh, is that students at GD really do care about our Earth.
Really? How is that?
Well, here's what I know. First grade is learning about animals and plants that live in different habitats. And last Friday, they had a visitor, Kelly Hoffman, who was a Rensselaer County legislator associated with Cornell Cooperative Extension, that's easy for me to say, come to help plant red bud trees for Arbor Day. And third grade is growing lupine plants to help restore the habitat of the endangered Karner blue butterfly. Thank you, first and third grade, for your contribution in helping our Earth.
Well, do you know what else has a theme related to the great outdoors this year?
Nope. What else?
Well, it's the 2023 Boosterthon Fun Run. The kickoff is on Monday, and the theme this year is Grand Land Adventure. Students will be getting active and learning about character through adventures in our national parks. I'm going to be sporting my Grand Adventure Guide t-shirt. I think students are going to love this year's prizes, and I can't wait to get out there and run with the students on May 19th.
Marty's excited as well. But we have some big science news to report. Fifth graders are going to be treated to a performance at the Egg. Did you know that for centuries, magicians have used scientific principles to make people levitate in midair and vanish in the blink of an eye? The science of magic takes students on a rare, never-before-seen journey behind the world of magic. Our students will discover firsthand how magicians use science to create the impossible. Seventh grade science is studying Newton's laws and played paper football to learn about the second law. And eighth grade is studying the rock cycle, and earth science students are learning about weather factors. Sounds like lots of science-related fun is happening around here. Thank you, science teachers, for making that happen.
Middle school social studies students are hopping on the fun train as well.
Toot toot.
Seventh grade is learning about the Oregon Trail and are playing the 1990 retro version of the game to complement the lesson.
Isn't it scary that 1990 is considered a retro version?
Yeah, what's really scary is that I was using the program when my first year of teaching, when it was new.
You know what that means?
1990.
You know what that means? We need to retire.
In other social studies news, sixth graders are creating their own building drawings of ancient Rome, and eighth graders are competing in a stock market game. And 3 of them are set to make about $22,000 in 1 month. Way to go, Tyler, Jaden, and Ethan. In cultural news, in May, we study Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in the United States. It's an opportunity to recognize that our country is better because of the contributions from citizens that have roots in over 40 AAPI countries, including China, India, Japan, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Korea. May was chosen to celebrate AAPI heritage for 2 reasons. First, Japanese immigrants originally came to the U.S. in the month of May, way back in 1843. Also, the Transcontinental Railroad, which was built with the help of many Chinese workers, was completed in May of 1869.
I just missed that. Birth year.
Oh.
We hope all of you find ways to be proud of and celebrate your heritage and your American citizenship. And speaking of celebrations, when you see Mrs. Eisenhandler on Monday and Mrs. Fakira on Friday, be sure to wish them a very happy birthday.
And now we turn it over to Mr. Lutz and Mr. Lance with your weather forecast.
Great, we're on. That was a great morning report, Mrs. Horacek and Mr. Mesh. Now we are
Hurricane Lance.
Hurricane Lance with the Royal Weather Report. So today, in Lionsgill on Friday, we have a lot of rain, guys, a lot of rain. So make sure you get your umbrellas out. And if it's gonna be GD Apparel, you know what store to hit up. Now, a lot of rain, so make sure you have your rubber boots on. And we all know who loves rain and muddy puddles but Peppa Pig. So make sure you get jumping in those muddle puddles today. And over the weekend, it looks like we have a lot of sun. So make sure you put your sunscreen on and you enjoy, the beautiful weather this weekend. Now, my co-partner, my BFF right here, Mr. Lance, going with the nice national news.
All right, folks, zooming out to a national picture, you can see that there's a cold front moving down towards the southern states, and it looks like there might be a third hurricane coming in. Who knows? Now, if you go over here to the Rockies, we can see that there's a high pressure system, and that's going to cause a long, sustained amount of rain. So, like Hurricane Lutz said, make sure to get those rubber boots on.
Well, that's it, that report. Great. And who's sending off to their Hurricane Lance?
We're headed off to Mrs. Pangle and Mrs. Sumner with some jokes.
Dad jokes. Woo! We did it. Good.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Sumner.
And I'm Mrs. Pangle, and we're here today to crack you up.
Hey, Mrs. Pangle.
What?
What did the custodian say when he jumped out of the closet?
I have no idea.
Supplies!
Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Hey, Mrs. Sumner.
Yeah?
What did the ocean say to the beach?
I don't know. What did the ocean say to the beach?
Nothing, it just waved. Hey, Mrs. Sumner.
Yeah?
Bees have sticky hair?
I don't know. Why do bees have sticky hair?
Because they use a honeycomb.
Hey, Mrs. Pangle.
Yeah?
Did you know that spring is here and I'm just so excited?
How excited are you?
I am so excited that I just wet my plants.
Oh my goodness, wet my plants. That was a good one. All right, that's it for pre-K. Now back to the next segment of our Royal Rumble. Bye.
Good morning, GD. This is Winston and Miss Elaine. When was Winston born?
Winston was born 6 years ago, and we've had him for 5 years. And he's a rescue dog.
My first question is, when did you start loving to read?
I've always liked to read. Yeah, and when my son was little, I used to read to him for 3 hours a day.
What was your past job?
I used to teach math at Hudson Valley Community College.
What does a therapy dog do?
A therapy dog brings joy to people. That's what he likes to do. So he visits schools, and we've been coming here 3 years to work with Miss Sheehan. And I could take him to a retirement community to visit people, or a nursing home, or a hospital, all those places.
What kind of dog is Winston?
He's truly a mixed breed. We had his DNA done, and it came back over 26%, over a quarter, is what they call super mutt, which means no one can determine what it is.
We're glad you're part of our school.
Well, thank you. We love coming here.
Thanks so much for joining us. But before we go, we hope you have a great weekend and do something kind for someone you know. Bye-bye.